Hello and welcome back to Warhammer Wednesday. This week we are jumping back into the campaign with Chapter 5, Madness Incarnated. Reach the control room now. Must survive the incoming onslaught of the feral heretics and the champions. I must defend the control room till we can disable the teleport jammer.
Your command.
Join Caius Thorn. There's apparently 5 Madness Incarnated.
Welcome to the Martyr, Inquisitor. Not exactly the army I imagined, but reinforcements at last.
So you do realize now that I don't belong to your expedition?
I do, and I regret the confusion. We were not expecting any guests on this Emperor-forsaken wreck. And first I thought that you must belong to Klosterheim's retinue. That fool brought a whole army of busybodies and interrogators with him.
You must tell me everything about this man, his expedition, and the Martyr. But first, I'll disable the teleport jammer.
The cogitator that overrides the jammer is 2 hallways away, and the whole control deck is swarming with feral tribes. Why do you think I'm stuck in this hole? They're keeping us pinned down in here.
Time to turn the tide together, Sergeant.
Inquisitor, we have a problem.
Now is not a good time.
At your command.
Defense missions, you command allied units against multiple waves of enemies. Position your forces and set defensive measures to repel the assault. Area you defend is designated fire positions marked by symbols. To order a squad to take a position, simply move close to the marker and hold down A. You can also order a squad to abandon their position by doing the same. Before each wave, you'll provide world skills to set up minefields and other defensive measures. Look for the skill activators near the center of the defense area.
Onwards! Don't linger, Guardsmen! Well then, that was a pleasant warm-up, wasn't it? But Inquisitor, I'm sure they will drag their filthy god here to help them out.
They're what?
We interrogated some of these tribesmen. They are all descendants of the original crew. Anyway, during centuries of drifting through the void, one of their generations forgot about our holy emperor and found new things to worship.
And what would this god be?
Madness incarnated, they call it. It could be anything, if you ask me, but nothing good. Ready to fight.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery is...
I'm in the middle of something. Later. Let's take a look at this cogitator.
Logged under humble tract on the violent changes in the behavior of the machine spirit. Vessel 897 Lucius.442. Alpha class, name Martyr. Hooked by Agent Seer, Theta 17B Lucan, Operator Confessor of the Great Machine Spirit, the Martyr. Psalm 196.A. Summarized the rites of diagnostics and reciting necessary hymns, placates mood. I prayed to the Machine Spirit and humbly asked it to confide in about the causes of the recurring system failures, corrupted data, why the automatic defense systems of the Martyr destroyed that rogue trader cruiser, and why the Martyr initiated conflicts with a non-hostile vessel of an explorer fleet, thus corrupted data. Machine Spirit of the Martyr denies cooperation, citing the Sacred Order 947.A is issued by our spiritual leader, the late Uther Tiberius. Addendum, no executable directive exists under this name. Machine Spirit claims that the Martyr must follow a determined route to a classified location. The protection of the Martyr is top priority and asserts its rights to override the Martyr on made weapons and teleportarium in times of need. Assessment. Possible warp infestation of the Machine Spirit, invoking the conclave of the imminent system purge. Warning, searching databanks, content missing.
These records are disturbing. This Martyr has a mind of its own.
thundering blast of weapons. I wish my brothers were here to hear this canticle of death.
Talking about brothers, which chapter do you belong to? I am not familiar with this iconography.
I am Sergeant Caius Thorn of the Stormwatcher Space Marines.
Explain. I don't know that chapter.
I would be truly disappointed if you did. Our existence is secret, our numbers are few, and our burden is terrible. We are the Watchers in the shadows, but rest assured, we are the sanctioned blades of the Calgary Conclave.
Doing what exactly?
Dying gloriously during classified inquisitorial missions. Could we talk about this later? Ready to fight!
Inquisitor, the monastery shows signs of...
Not now.
Truly doing the Emperor's work, Inquisitor. Keep it up. We've crushed their main forces. Let's move out and disable that jammer.
Before their what? Their god arrives?
Trust me, it is already close. I wonder what it looks like.
After we have disabled the jammer, we must find Lord Klosterheim.
Oh, yes. That two-faced hypocrite. I have already lost a battle brother because of him, and then he left me down here to die. But now, move! Ready to fight!
Reloading.
Not back here.
Traitorous scum! Mockery to your honor! Perish, you filth! Ah! Thinking like a man,
Inquisitor, what's happening down there? Are you all right?
I'm great. I've just killed a hellbrute, a twisted mockery of a space marine. Praise the Emperor. I also have an Imperial space marine with grievous wounds, and I want to bring him aboard our ship.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery has turned on the warp drives and is ready to leave the star system. Disable the jammer now.
Nothing up there. Nothing in there.
I've disabled the teleport jammer. At least, I hope so.
Inquisitor, you must teleport back before the ship leaves. We don't know where it's headed, and worse, the Jella shields are probably compromised. Warp travel will kill you. Hurry up, you don't want to get stranded over there.
Inquisitor, are you all right?
I'm fine, Captain. I'm back on your ship, leaving the teleportarium as we speak. I need medical assistance down here for the Space Marine. What is happening to the Martyr?
It's preparing to enter the warp. I thought it was a derelict.
It is a derelict, Captain, which seems to attract the attention of both our allies and enemies. The Martyr is a mystery, but it is very much alive.
And your mystery ship is gone. What happens now?
I will notify the Caligari Conclave. Then we will wait and see.
Inquisitor, my astropath has sent your audio log to the Caligari Conclave, as you requested.
Let me guess. Another local warp surge manifestation swallowed the message whole?
No, actually. We have received an official follow-up on your report.
That must be a mistake. It's the Imperial bureaucracy. I wasn't expecting to hear from them for a few standard years.
I have no idea what we found out there, but it must be really important. See for yourself.
Inquisitor, we are raising your clearance level. You are henceforth authorized to listen to confidential information without facing immediate excommunication. Your discovery has greatly intrigued the Conclave. You have found a ghost of the past, Inquisitor. The Martyr had strong ties to the Inquisition, and as such, it is very important to us. We all thought that the Fortress Monastery had been destroyed, with the exception of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim. He dedicated his life to finding the Martyr, only to disappear without a trace. But now, we have proof of both the existence of the Martyr and the whereabouts of Lord Klosterheim. We want answers. Continue this investigation. Evaluate the data. Gather new clues and find the Martyr. Hopefully with Lord Klosterheim on board, so he can explain his disappearance. We must remind you that this investigation requires absolute secrecy, and it will be your task, and your task alone.
Our task is to find a ghost ship in the vast expanses of the Imperium. How hard could it be?
The Space Marine I rescued was part of the expedition that found the Martyr somehow. If I can interrogate him, I'm sure he can help us.
That man is in stasis at the moment. He was torn into pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a warrior of the Adeptus Astartes is not a simple mortal we can treat.
Indeed. We need a tech priest with unique skills and knowledge of the genetic materials of the Adeptus Astartes. We need a Magos Biologist specialist, which could be difficult.
I come from a long line of rogue traders, Inquisitor. I know the secrets of this sector, and I can tell you where to find the tech priest you need. The Merciful Agony is a hospital fortress in the Chernobog system. It's also a secret research station of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You'll find a Magos Biologus there.
Welcome on board, Inquisitor. This is the command bridge of your ship, your base of operations where you can prepare for missions and manage your resources. Select the highlighted panels or NPCs to access available management screens. For the moment, you have access to the shop at Ragna Van Winter, to your storage, and most importantly, the star map. You can now invite friends to join your party, blah blah blah. Select the hall table in the center when you're ready to step out among the stars and continue your journey. We are level 6. The Abandoned Colossus. I conclude at this point that the abandoned fortress monastery, which the cryptic distress signal came from, is called Martyr, entered the Calgary sector roughly 5,000 years ago after the Imperial Civil War called the Age of Apostasy. The Martyr was commandeered by an Inquisitor called Uther Tiberius, who had a very clear purpose for traveling here, and some of the members of his retinue had reasons to worry about his intentions. What exactly happened during the subsequent 5,000 years is unclear. At some point, the Martyr must have disappeared in the warp, was spat out by a recent warp surge in the system, already infested by the bile of Nurgle. The Cage. Clues I've discovered indicate that the machine sphere of the Martyr, which inhabits the monastery, fortress monastery and controls all systems and machinery around the decks, has probably gone mad, possibly during a warp incident, has been displaying paranoid tendencies for a long time now. Locked down the Martyr completely and tries to destroy approaching vessels to protect itself for unclear reasons. We have level 1 influence in the Aethon system, giving us 20 fate. We are level 7. We got passive skill point, skill tree, Magos Biologist secrets, regenerative bioimplants, and techno rights provided by the gender division of the Adeptus Mechanicus, hand flamer, and brazier. Okay. That may be worth picking up. Yeah, let's start. Yeah. Extra 150 HP and plus 20 HP regeneration per second when below 50%. Which HP do we have? 46.99. Okay. Next level we'll get Active Faith, Hand Flamer and Rod, and Digital Weapons. Okay. Alright, sell things with Captain Van Winter. Is there a way to Ooh, we can equip the inoculator now. That's real quick. That one gives us +1 contempt, so we'll use that one. Okay, let's see here. Bolt pistol and chainsword. Eviscerator. I think we're gonna get this bolt gun. And I think we're gonna get that. The hand flamer and brazier.
Inquisitor, and I am here to serve.
From now on, I will need you on the bridge Astropath. Connect to your fellow Astropaths in the choir of the Caligari Conclave, and pass me the messages which deal with priority assignments.
As you wish, Inquisitor.
Welcome to your Faith Abilities window. This is where you can set the special Sororitas Inquisitor class abilities. Sororitas Inquisitors can manifest minor miracles to empower their beliefs. To equip an active faith, select a usable skill slot, then select an unlocked active faith. Number of available skill slots depend on your equipped items. Certain weapons and armor provide extra slots, while others provide none. Sacred Rites. The class resource for sororitas Inquisitors is Faith, which is mainly used to activate the embodied saint form. Sacred Rite you select here determines how faith is generated during missions. You can change it by selecting the icon, choosing Sacred Rite from the pop-up list. When the faith resource bar reaches maximum, you can transform the embodied saint form. You can become very powerful, but this is only temporary. When your faith reaches 0, you immediately transform back to normal. Saintly Deeds. In embodied saint form, your normal powers are replaced by a set of extraordinarily powerful abilities called Saintly Deeds. Change which of these are used during missions, select a usable slot, then select an unlocked Saintly Deed. Note that the number of available slots is fixed. Active faith slots provided by equipment do not count here. Okay. So, Acts of Faith, we have Divine Grace, Fiery Heart. We got those two. I like Divine Grace because it gives us a temporary shield. Oh, we've got Fiery Heart as our special. Okay, cool. Oops. Sacred Rites, Battle Fervor. Gain for killing enemies. So right now we just have it for killing enemies. Okay. Saintly Deeds. Blade of Eternal Flame. And we don't have any of the other ones unlocked yet, so.
Who are you, Thorn? You and your mysterious storm watchers. We will make you whole again. I have questions for you.
Alright, well, on that note, we've got Cherub, Grieving Cherub, Scryer's Skull, Servo Commissar Skull, Torch Skull, Penton Cherub, Herald Cherub, Monotask Servitor Skull. I think we're going to go with the Torch Skull. Emotes don't matter to me. Mask of the Martyrs. And no helmet. Command bridge decorations, don't have those. Avatar frames, rosettes. Okay, well, on that note, this is where we are going to stop for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying, and we'll see you next week as we try and find us a Magos Biologist. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.